All right. Let's get back to business. So basically, yesterday the question that I was solving, my final answer was wrong because of some mistakes I did, and it was one of our people who even brought my attention to it and made me say, yeah, it was really wrong. So it wasn't that fully wrong, like fully wrong, but it was due to some technicalities, but it is wrong. Yes. So this was the question yesterday. This was the question 4, 6, 1, 0, 1, 3, 0, 0, 17, 10, 7. So this was it. This was it. So now we want to change it to look like this. We want to change here to look like 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, then 0, 0, 1. This is what we want the thing to look like. So let's redo it again. So first of all, I want to change row 2 because row 3 is already changed to 0, 0, 1. So I need to change this 3 to look like 0 in this row 2. So I'll make a formula, an equation by say row 2 equals to row 2 minus 3 row 1. The reason is because I want to subtract something from this 3 so that I can get 0. So I want to start a keyboard. I want to subtract something from this 3 to make it 0, right? So looking at this, I have 1 here. How do I change this 1 into 3? Right? I can change this 1 into 3 by multiplying 3 by this 1. That's why I've made here 3 row 1. So let me continue. So I'm only dealing with row 2. So I'll write the rest of the rows down. 4, 6, 1, 17, and then 0, 0, 1, and then 7. You see that? So now let's solve this here. So row 2 on the first side, row 2 is 0, right? 0 minus 3 0 minus 3 row 1, row 1, which is 4. Did I do it that way?
Why don't you use row
Sorry,
3?
it's rather row 3. I'm coming. Row 3 na me na akofa me ni so ya makoye row 1. It's row 3 instead of man. I say the way they stress out for the main campus here, it will be something small. You will come home. Maybe do few cry and chair you.
You put your side there. No be play. They play for them.
My guy, you know we play. So 3 row 1. We go so 3 row 3. So now row 2 is 0 minus 3 into bracket 0. which is this root 3, 0, I see. So then can I do with MPCB Friday in here? So our answer will be what? 3 0 minus 3 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 0 is what? 0. So we get it here. And then now we also have root 2, which is 1. 1 minus 3 into bracket 0. Right. 1 minus 0, 3 times 0 is 0. 1 minus 0 is still 1. So it will come here. And then 0, we have 3 here. So 3
3
minus
minus
1, 3. So 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. So now here will be 0. And then we have 7 here. 7, 3 is what? 21. So 10 minus 21 is equal to negative 11. So here becomes negative 11. So let's move on to the next one. So 4, 6, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. 10, negative 11, and then 7. Now, we've been able to change here correctly. We've been able to change here correctly. So our focus is what? Changing the first side.
the top you
Yeah,
change some figure for them.
the listing for 10-1. Charlie, many come too much. I don't cry. Many come my affecting my career. So now I want to change this rule to look like the identity. So let me start from the 1. So how I can change this can be in the form of, so it'll be row 1 is equal to row 1 minus row 3. So now I'm dealing with row 1. So let me write the rest of the rows down. And then 0, 0, 1. And then negative 11. And then 7. All right. So 4 minus 0 is 4. 6 minus 0 is still 6. And then 1 minus 1 is 0. So I've been able to change the last one, which is this one, to 0 here. So let me move on. So now I have 4, 6, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. And I have, I'm coming. Did I change the middle one? Okay, I didn't change the last one. So 10 minus 7. 17 minus 10. Sorry. Because it's 17. It's 17. So 17. So 17 minus 7 is 10. Okay. Now this is what I have: 10, negative 11, and then 7. So I want to change this 6 to 0. So what should I do? I need to multiply row 2 by 6 and then subtract it from row 1. So I'm working on row 1. So it will be row 1 minus 6 row 2. So 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. So basically, negative 11 and then 7. So row 1, it is 6 rows. So 6 multiplied by 0 is still 0. 4 minus 0 is what? So working from this side, 4 minus 6, 0. And answer is what? 4. Because 4 here will tend to 0. So it's equal to 4. So the 4 come here. And then now let's come with the 6. 6 minus 1 into bracket 6 because we are multiplying it by 6. So 6 minus 6 is equal to what? 0. So now here is 0. And then 0 minus 6 times 0 is still 0. And then 6 times 7 is 6 times 11 is 66. 66. Hey, 6 times negative 11. So let me do it this way. So it is row 1, 10 minus 6 into brackets negative 11. It should give us 10 negative times positive give us 66. So now it's a plus 66 is equal to 76. So here will be 76. I don't know why. So this is what we have here. So now we want to change this place, this 4 into 1. So let me squeeze. Okay, now let me. So it will be row 1 divided by 4. So 4, this 4 divided by 4 is what? 1. 0, 0, 0. 0 divided by 4 is 0. And then another 0 divided by 4 is 0. So 76. So now it will left with 76 here. 76 divided by 4 will give us 19. Then we write the rest down. 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. And then here was negative 11 already. And here is 7 also already. So x1 is equal to 19. x2 is equal to negative 11. x3 is equal to 7. Are we okay? So this was what I was supposed to get yesterday, but in the kumne burn account. So today I said we will be solving questions, right? So let's solve another question. Let's solve another question. And let's solve this question. So 2x 2 plus x3 equals to 6. And then x1 plus x2 minus x3 is equal to 2. And then 2x1 plus x2. And name agbeti na ye den wase o. Ah. Ejimiana. Plus x3 is equal to 4. So please, let me call somebody. Steve, I didn't know I was 3. Handwriting, Anna.
I mean, me Augmenting was I didn't know what. So someone I want to say,
me nim that I don't know mama one can't sombra or hear them crowd live. Oh, Obi who send my friend no with Johnny. Okay, I mean for Christabel. Christabel. Bella.
Yes.
Please, how do we augment this equation into a matrix?
You first have to write the identity beside it, and after then you write how should I even put it? You open the matrix, the box. Then write. Hey, I'm confused.
Confused way.
Is it the first one is only 2 and the second one is 3? The second and the third one is 3. So how are you going to provide?
Does it mean say as assignment? One say just assignment that kuna me dem on 2 2 by 2 matrix. One yeah. And
I
also
didn't join the class.
what's why Ali? Okay.
I didn't join the class.
Okay, let me call another person. Elizabeth. Auntie Lizzie. Auntie Lizzie. Brandy.
Yeah.
Auntie Lizzie, good evening.
Good evening.
Please, I hope you are fine.
Yeah, I'm fine, yes, sir.
Yeah, in Africa, you can't complain.
Yes, I'm good.
Okay, please, how will you augment this equation into a matrix?
I wanted to ask you, like, okay, so the first equation, like the one with x2, can you do like x1 plus 2x 2x2 plus 3x3, which is equal to the 6?
No.
Or it should be a straight
because the rest is 3 by the rest is 3.
So
3,
yeah, so you are
so
supposed to add the
yeah.
Okay. Okay, then it's going to be like x1 plus 2x2. After that, you augment it by 1 plus 2. Sorry, 1, 2, 1. And the second equation will be like 1, 1, 1. And the third one will be 2, 1, 1. It's all into brackets. And then x1, x2, and x3 into brackets. And also, the last day will be like 6, 2, 4.
Not really. Let me call another person. Let me call another person. What's Steven?
I beg, I know we boss. You be my boss, like.
Obidi na betche, and I kind of sing. Abo
Okay, so since there's no x1 for the first line, we are getting 0 and then 2 and then 1.
This is because any number multiplied by 0 and as any variable multiplied by 0 is 0. So if there is no x1,
0.
it means that it is 0x1. So 0 times x1 is still 0. That's why. So
0.
please copy that. Most often, that's what they will bring in the exams. They will just want to confuse you. You know what you are doing, but they will just want to confuse you. So it is what? Also 0.
0, 2, 1.
Okay.
And then the next row is 1, 1, 1.
1, 1.
1, 1.
Hey.
Yes. And then the
there is
last.
negative there.
Yes, -1. Exactly.
And then.
Exactly.
And then
you have 2, 1, 1.
1.
Yes.
1. Okay, and then what is?
And then for the other side, you have 6, 2, and then 4. For the first row, 6, 2, and 4. Yes.
Okay. That's it. So if you're able to augment it into this way, you are halfway through, right? You're almost done. We're almost done. So let me call somebody again. So this is the equation we are going to work with. So 0216. 0216. And then we have 1, 1, -1. And then we have 2, 1, 1. 2, 1, 1. You have 2 and you have 4. So our main aim is to change it to look like this. Look like zero, 1, Oh, yeah, some 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. So we have to change the first, this one to look like this. That's that's what we are aiming at here. So now let me call somebody. In our band. Dia, come to class. Dia.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Lafia.
Lafialo.
Yangida.
Lafialo.
Inti, looking at it here, how do we looking at it here, how do we start from here? We want to change this first equation to look like this. So how do we start?
Okay. Okay, what we are going to do is you first draw your finishing one big bracket. Oh, no, the need nice.
And that sounds like a big bracket view.
Yeah.
Big bracket bang.
How should I do it? Okay, one say the 6, 2, and 4. No, that will be aside first.
No, they are supposed to be in here.
They are supposed to be in there.
We've augmented it, so it is supposed to look like this. Please, Romeo say we should interchange. Romeo, what should we interchange? We should interchange row 1 and row 3. You should interchange row 1 and row 3. Okay. Okay. So interchange row 1 and row 3. Hey. So now it will be 2, 1, 1, 1, 1 minus 1, and then 6. So about the equation 4, 2, 6, and then 0, 2, 1. All right, that's fine. So from here, what are we doing again?
We subtract
See, I always say that whenever you see this thing, your main focus is changing the zeros. Change these zeros and then change these zeros. Now, working for the ones will be easy. So from here, if I want to change this 0, I want to change this to 0, then it means I need to add this one to this one. Right? This is negative, this is positive. So 1 plus -1 will give me 0. So quickly, I go on my way. And then I'll be like, I'm working for row 1. And then row 1 is what? Row 1 plus row 2. So you just have to be fast because most often during exams time is limited. So I'm working for row 1. So let me write row 2 down. 1, 1, -1. And then 0, 2, 1. And then I have 2 and then 6. So now row 1 plus row 2. 2 plus 1. This 2 plus this 1 is 3. Right? The next one, 1 plus 1 is what? 2. And then 1 plus -1 is what? 0. I've been able to change that side into a 0. And then now 4 plus 4 plus 2 is what? 6. Here is it. 6 is here. Simple, right? Then I move on. From here, what I need to do now is to change this one to 0, right? And if I want to change this one to 0, without it affecting this particular distance, this 0 here, then it means I need to also change this one to 0. So whenever you change here to 0, make sure you also change here to 0 so that it won't affect the top. Your one is wrong. So now that's what I'm coming to do. So if I want to change this -1 to 0, I work on row 2, then I'll be like row 2 plus row 3. I can also change that one to 0. So let me quickly do that. Row 2 and then row 2 plus row 3. All right, so row 1, let me quickly put row 1 down. Row 1 is 320, and then 6, and then 6, and then row 3 let me write them down. 0216, 0216. Right, so now I'm working for row 2. So now I say row 2 plus row 3. So 1 plus 0 is what? 1. I'll bring it here. And then 1 plus 2 is what? This 1 plus this 2 will give me 3. I'll bring it here. And then -1 plus 1 will give me 0. So I'll successfully change it to 0, right? And then times within a radio, row 2 plus it is so 2 plus 6 is 8. Here it's here, pepe. You get it. And I move on. Now, my aim is to change here to 0. So if I want to change here to 0, then I multiply. Even I can even interchange and then subtract. So so what I can do now is what? Multiply row 2 by multiply row 1 by 3 and then row 2 by, so it will give me 6 6, because if I want to change it to 0, I need to find a number. When I subtract here from here, I'll get 0. So I can get 6 from there. So now I can say row, I'm working for row 1, and then it is 3 row 1 minus 2 row 2. So let me do that. So I'm working for row 1. So let me put row 2 down, 3 0. Let me put row 3 also down, 0 2 1. And then let me put the 8 and then the 6 down. So it's left with the top. So 3 times row 1, 3 3 9. 9 minus 2 row 2. So 9 minus 2 is what? 7. I put it here. And then 3 2 6. Right? Minus 2 times 3 is also 6. So here I get 0. Right? And then 3 times 0 is what? 0. 0 minus 2 times 0 is also 0. So 0. And then 3 times 6, 3 6, 18. Right? And then negative 2 times 8 will give me 18. And then this one will give me 16. So 18 minus 2, minus 3. 18 minus 16 will give me 2. Right? So I'll get here 2. So this is what I'll have here. Now, I've been able to change here. I've been able to change this 3 to 0, as you can see here. So now my focus here is also change what? Here also to 0. Right? How do I do that? If I want to change this place to 0, then I work on, let me work on this one first. So working on this one, okay, no, I can, okay, yes, I can also work on this one. Yeah. I can also work on this one. So I can say I'm working on row 2, and then it should be row 1 minus 7 row 2, because I want to change here. So unless I get 7 to subtract from 7 before I can get the 0. So let me quickly do that. And then, right, I'm working for row 2. So let me put row 1 down, 7 0 0. And then 2, and then put row 3 0 2 1, and then 6, and then sorry, 3. So 7, row 1 is 7 minus 7, because 7 times 1 is 7. So 7 minus 7 is what? 0. And then now row 1, 0 0 minus 7 3 21. So here will turn to negative 21. And then now row 1, 0 7 minus row 1 is 0. 0 minus 7 times 0 is still 0. So I get 0 here. And then row 1 here is 2. 2 times negative, so 2 times 7 is 7. Negative 7 times 8 will give me 56. So here will give me negative 56. Radiaka 3 minutes back. So now my focus is changing here to 0. Right? My focus is changing here to 0. So if I want to change here to 0, I can do it by multiplying. So row 3 is equal to, so this one is 2. Instead of whatever, then cry. I said Chelsea, Anna. So let me write row 1 down. 700, and then 0, 21, 0, and then 0, 2, 1, and then 2, -56, 2, -56, and then 6. So if I want to work on it, what I can do is multiply. Okay, so I can multiply this one by 21. 21 times 2, 42. Sorry.
Kofi.
Yeah.
Is it -54 or 56?
-56.
Are you sure?
Because 7.
Is it not R1 minus 7 R2?
And R1 is yeah. Yeah, some pressure. Thank you very much. Pressure now. I'm doing like an interactive something, but I'm fat. If you for beam. 84 and then 6. The class will end very soon. I don't know. Should we continue?
Yes.
So I should. Oh, we could. I'm making some 10-minute answer.
Maybe we go wait the 10 minutes.
Let me. I'll quickly solve it on paper and then I'll send it to you guys because 10 minutes